Hey class, it's Emily Casterline here. This is week 6. I cannot believe we have made it this far. Man, it's just a blinking of an eye, isn't it? I hope y'all are doing well. You are thriving and able to whip this out and understand it with confidence to go and use it in the way that God has in plan for you. Um, so, and filled with the joy of the Lord. That's also very important. This week, I will be answering the questions 3 techniques to use when resolving conflicts. Hope you heard that. I'll try to keep my mouth towards the camera from now on. And those 3 techniques that I'd like to use from the Crake book is listening to others, recognizing cognitive distortion, and valuing feelings. Of course, kind of obvious. Oh, she's a girl. Girls have a lot of feelings, so I would choose feelings, but I have an interesting perspective on that. Anyways, here we go. So, for listening to others, a lot of times we are so focused on ourselves, we have no idea where the other person is at. I know I've seen people in conflict and are like, oh, this person doesn't care about me anymore, and it's because they do not realize the what terrible things are happening in their lives, and we have to basically get our heads out of our own butts and out of our own world, our own perspective and selfishness, and to think about others. Now, when resolving conflict with a friend, sometimes you have to put your life on hold, that moment on hold, and to control your fidgetiness so you can look at them and genuinely listen to them in order to bring resolution and reconciliation, understanding, and part of that is embracing the awkwardness, the uncomfortableness, and the urges, which is just a general adult maturity thing that we all need to do. The second one, recognizing cognitive distortions. Yesterday, I talked to my young adults leader, pastor, about it. Basically, it was a counseling session, and I was talking about where some friends were claiming that there were cliques in our group, and I felt but I was a part of the group, even though I'm part of the in-group that they might say, even though I had only been there a year and they've been there for their whole lives, or 5 years or whatever. And I thought, when I heard that, I had the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I thought I became someone I hated because of past experience with myself with the church. And when I talked to him, he's like, you know what? I know these girls. And he says, there are some people who go to church who go to serve and to encourage others and go and are invested in getting to know people and making them feel welcome. And then there are those who go to church who sit and think, oh, why isn't anyone talking to me, making me feel comfortable serving me? And I won't say where I think my friends are at, but and people can tell the difference, and they're we're not part of the in-groups, but they put not as important friend gatherings in front of prayer, our prayer nights, where we want people to be dedicated to praying for the revival of our nation and for our brothers and sisters who are struggling in sin or in fear or anything like that. So it can really distortion of cognitive distortion is where a counselor really needs to dig in their heels and be wise about pushing the counselee into self-reflection. Self-reflection is so important, and widening their perspective and probing and pushing on those things that they say are true, or the things that they're steadfast on, and is that right? And maturing them and making sure that they're thinking this thing through, and also valuing feelings. So with the situation with my friends, I value their feelings, that they feel insecure, that they feel afraid, but it doesn't it it doesn't mean that it's real sometimes. So it is important to, like, acknowledge someone's feelings even though they are not right, what whatever situation you may be in. But just because you are you know valuing it and saying, I see this and I understand this, but you can also say, especially when they need to hear it, this feeling is misplaced. And I find that very, very important, especially in our country today, where we say every single feeling is valid and every single feeling you must act upon. And here's like, no, some of those feelings are plants by lies from the devil. Some of those feelings are your sinful urges that you must move on from. Anyways, that's my perspective on this. Hope this was interesting, and can't wait to hear from all y'all perspectives. And God bless your weekend.